hear us harp on this all the time, goals and business plans. So I'm going to talk, I post it all the time, so I'm not going to give like a full-blown speech on it right now. I can point you guys to my video on it, but what I do want to tell you is why it's important and kind of a quick bullet point for those that haven't heard it yet. This is your business, so even if it's a hobby to you, and anyone in this room, I think you're probably not just doing this as a hobby, so I think it's safe to say that, but even if it is, you officially have a business, so you need to treat it like one. So if you were opening a tanning salon, you would not just run over there to that building and be like, oh, I'm going to open a tanning salon right here. You'd come up with a plan. You'd think, how am I going to get customers? What am I going to do with the customers? What am I going to sell? Well, we know the answer to that for this, but all kinds of things, right? And you're going to say, what am I going to call success for me? And how am I going to measure that? And how am I going to get to that, right? So business plans force you to think about why and how you're going to get to where you're going. So another, what are those called when you compare something to something?
And like an analogy?
Analogy. Another analogy.
I'm her brain sometimes, I swear.
Another analogy is, if you're driving to Disney, you're not just going to get in your car and drive unless you've been there a million times, which none of us have done this a million times. You're going to get a map or go on your phone and find a map, and you're going to make a plan of attack. You're going to find out, is there anywhere you can stop to go to the bathroom along the way? Stuff like that. So, no? Okay.
Bad reference.
I find that important.
Yeah.
If you have kids, I agree.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, pee breaks are important. Anyway.
Anyways, I digress. So it also helps you, your business plan, if you do one, which you should, everyone here should go home and make one if you haven't already. It's going to help you figure out as well what your personal development topics that you need to focus on are. Because depending on what your business plan is, you're going to see what you need to do to get to your goals, and then you're going to say, oh, well, if I need to do this, I might not know that. That might not be my strength right now, so when I do my personal development, I better focus on that. Also, it's just going to help you dig down and see what tasks you need to focus on to meet your goal, and in general, it's giving you a direction. So you're not just going on Facebook and scrolling, you have a direction of what to do with your time, and you're going to be more efficient. Now, just really quick, how are you going to create one? I want you, when you create your business plan, if you haven't already, write it down. It could be on a napkin. It could be in a PowerPoint. It could be wherever you want it to be, but write it down. First thing you're going to start with, it's in a couple different parts. The first thing you're going to start with is your mission. So this is your goals, or this is really your goal. For example, your brand. Like, my mission is to uplift and empower other women by, it's very similar, it's going to be very similar probably to the company's mission, but mine's to uplift and empower other women by helping them build their business and feel more confident in themselves because of that. And then you're going to have your second part is your vision. So for this one, I would start with a 3-month vision. You're going to write where you want to be in 3 months. So for some of you, that might be a status color. That might be a paycheck amount. That might be a certain amount of people on your team. It might just be a feeling. But it should go in line with Chelsea's and be what Chelsea said about goals and be, the SMART, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound.
She paid attention.
You prepped her. Okay.
I didn't.
Okay, the third part is going to be your strategies, which is your big summary of how. So some examples of that are, I'm going to brand myself. Let me give you an example of a vision we're going to work with here. So let's say our vision was 3 months. In 3 months, I want to be blue status, okay? So then what you're doing is you're doing your strategies, which is your big summary of how. So that might be like brand myself, grow my team, coach my team. Then fourth, you have your objectives, which these are going to be quantitative and measurable, which means they need to have numbers with them, which can sometimes be hard. But some examples are add 4 new team members a month for the next 3 months. Use my brand hashtag once a day or in all of my posts and post post 3 times a day. Coach one person to pink status, for example. So you need to put numbers to those objectives, and these are the things that are like like Chelsea said, you have your big goal and your small goals that you can check off on the way. These are those. Then you have your action plan. So what specific tasks will you do to meet those objectives that you set for yourself, right? So if I need to add 4 new team members a month, that's one of my tasks, one of my objectives. One thing I might have as my action plan is that every day I need to do 2 lifestyle posts. Every day I need to talk to 5 new people. Every day I need to add 10 new friends. I'm just throwing numbers out there. You guys need to come up with this, what's realistic for you and what goes along with your plan, right? We will talk more, so this kind of goes hand in hand with income producing activities. Because what you're doing in your action plan here is you're basically coming up with what I'm going to call like a daily checklist of things, a daily, weekly checklist of things that you want to do every day. And we'll talk more about income producing activities, because I think one of the things that really, really helped me in my business is having an action plan and having a checklist that keeps me from just doing meaningless things. So like I said, we'll talk more about that, but that's what your action plan is drilling down into. And then, so that's the main picture of your business plan. But there is an appendix that you should kind of do, like a little side note exercise for your business plan, which is write down your obstacles. So and these are obstacles that you might know are gonna happen or you think could happen. So for example, for me, I might write down like, well, my son is in baseball now, so I have a lot more time that I have to commit to that. And then I want to write down how I'm going to overcome it. So maybe I get up an hour earlier, or I go to bed an hour later, or maybe I don't watch 1 hour of TV at night. You know, just yeah, right.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah, right.
but you pick where you can fit that in, right? So just make sure that you have a list of obstacles, so that way if they do occur, you're not panicked and you're ready to face them, and they're not going to throw you completely off. Might they set you back a month on your plan? Maybe, but you're not going to be completely derailed. Okay, so having a business plan might seem monotonous. It really might, but it's worth it. It might take you half an hour to write this all down, but it is so worth it because, well, another reason, law of attraction. We know that this has worked for so many people in this business, so you write something down and you look at it every day and you work towards that, it's going to happen. It's just, except for flying, right? We've been over that. Can't fly. So within boundaries, if you write something down and you work towards it, it's going to happen. So it's definitely worth it. And a pure example, I mean, I can tell you, Chelsea, we made your business plan to green.
Oh yeah.
I made a business plan to green. I missed it by 2 months. I hit it. I kept going and I hit it. I made a business plan for purple and I hit it 2 months before I wanted to hit it.
That's same with me. I hit. I made my 3-month business plan and I double promoted and hit purple way before what I thought I was. So it really pays to have your goals and your business plan all written down, and it just keeps you on track and keeps that train moving forward and not getting derailed really quickly.
Yep. And so that's everything that I have for you guys. So I'm going to hand it over